So I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Julie.
We're moms and we are super basic. We've got our drinks and we're ready to chat. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jewel. Okay.
Okay.
What are you drinking?
Obviously, I'm drinking my Moscato, but I
I
added.
got excited when I saw something different. So I need
don't
to
get so excited. I've still only got wine at my house. Okay, so we should have actually mentioned this at the beginning. So a lot of what's in here is actually from last week. We did not do mom chats last week because TBH, I was super overwhelmed with the start of the school year. And we decided to push it back to Thursday nights instead of, we used to film on Tuesday nights. Now we're going to film on Thursday nights because it'll be easier for me to like edit and get everything up on Friday mornings as opposed to Wednesday mornings. So I actually had this other drink almost 2 weeks ago now.
Oh, okay.
It was so good. So you had mentioned before that you saw canned Moscow mules. And that's my favorite drink. And so I had mentioned it to Mike. And a few weekends ago now, not last weekend, the weekend before, he stopped to run in to get beer somewhere. And I had like a little bit of wine left at home. So I was like, oh, I'll just drink my wine. Well, he comes out with like a 40 of PBR and then like another can. And I'm like, what's that can? It was like the size of a 40. And he handed it to me and I was so excited that it was the canned Moscow Mule you had told me about. And it was really good.
Yeah.
5 stars, would recommend to a friend. Super pumped about it. Very excited.
Did it taste like the Moscow mules that you've like had handmade for you?
Yeah, so it was really good. The only it did have a little bit of that aftertaste of a like a margarita mix kind of aftertaste. You know how when you have like a pre-mix that has that almost like thick or like heavy taste to it. So there was a tiny bit of that type of aftertaste. But I would have drank another. One got me a little bit feeling it, not anything exceptional. Probably felt like having like 2 glasses of wine. But yeah, if we were like going hard, I would have had a couple.
Okay, nice. All right, well, I'm glad you found them because I feel like it's hard for you to get certain things up there. And when I say up there, I mean Vermont. Like, for those of you who haven't listened to Vermont jazz before.
And so what are you drinking?
My High Noon. We got like a pack of them this weekend. So this was something I drank in the beginning of the summer, and they're becoming hard to find. So it's a watermelon. It's delicious. Yum. It's like my favorite kind of summer, like of all the seltzers that are out there, the vodka soda High Noon is like my absolute favorite.
Yeah, that I liked those. I tried those in the beginning of the summer too.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Thanks.
All right. So how's life?
So I work at a school. We started back. It's like insane stress. So last week I was like so working every day from like 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. like every day. Like after I got home, after the boys went to bed, I was like working straight through because scheduling is like insane. And everything was pushed back this week, but school still started at the same time. So it was like so stressful. So that like, I'm glad it's kind of calming down at work now a little bit. I can't see what I wrote. What else did I write? What else did I write?
Back to work, stress. Oh, there was an earthquake in New Jersey.
Yeah. Okay. So like we said, this is like a week old, but there was an earthquake in New Jersey. And I'm like, seriously, 2020, what's happening? And like, I didn't know that an actual earthquake happened until the next day. and people were talking about it at work. And I was like, really? And then I connected that I had like randomly woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I thought I heard Jackson like up, because I heard he was like building with wood blocks in his room before he went to bed. And I heard the blocks fall down. And I like woke up and I was like, oh, it must like because I thought like he was walking past them and knocked them down. And that's what I heard. And then I didn't connect that it must have been the earthquake that knocked down his wood blocks and woke me up.
Yeah.
But I didn't connect that until the next day.
That's creepy. That's weird.
Yeah. And I got a skin exam. Have you ever gotten a skin exam?
No. How was
No?
that? No.
So I accidentally signed up for a skin exam. I had called the dermatologist about this thing that we've talked about in previous weeks that I had to get like injected. So I called about that, and I was like, while I'm there, I'll get them to get me on like some kind of regimen because I have rosacea. And then they were like, oh, and do you want a skin exam? I was like, yeah, sure. Like, if you're checking my face, and like thinking that it was just going to be at my face and not realizing that they would check my whole entire body.
You're totally naked?
So yeah, so that's what shocked me because they were like, all right, so here's your gown, like just get down to your underwear. And I'm like, but for my face? And they were like, yeah, we're going to do like your skin exam, your whole body. I'm like, oh, okay. So it was like after one of those super stressful days at work where like the last thing I want to do is have them look at like every mole and freckle on my body, which I have a million apparently, and tell me if it's cancerous or not. So I did have to get something removed from my stomach. Since then I found out that it is clear and not cancerous or anything like, so thank goodness. But I hear people get these every year.
Do you think you'll be getting one every year now?
Yeah, I think I will. I'll stay on top of it. But I was just like not prepared for that.
So we had our first 2 weeks of school also.
Yes,
except this year we're homeschooling.
I'm dying to hear how this is going.
All right, so it's not bad. I did think it would be like, I thought they'd be more excited and happy, but I guess like you can make it as fun as you want, but when it comes down to it, they still have to do some work, and they hate writing. They just absolutely hate anything where they have to hold a pencil and write. And yeah, I'd love to not ever make them do that, but that's not realistic. So that's been really difficult. The night before we started, so like a little over a week now, I just had like a total meltdown, like hysterically cried in bed to Mike before, like, are we doing the right thing? Just second guessing everything. And I think it was a really bad time to start. I probably should have started this Monday because we're using a curriculum and it's a 4-day-a-week curriculum. So I was like, oh, I'll start on Tuesday and we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I wasn't thinking about the fact that like Monday was a holiday, so I didn't work Monday. So my normal work week was crunched into 4 days anyway. And then on top of that, I was only working in afternoons for the first week. So it was like I went from having 5 full days to work to having 4 afternoons to get everything that I normally get done in 5 full days.
Yeah.
So that was insane. And this week has been much better, much more calm. But yeah, like I said, it's been a struggle to get them to want to write. I feel like we dropped the ball. We should have kept them doing like certain things over the summer that involved writing. And do that, and that's my fault. I dropped the ball.
We have so this is, like we said, this is our first time doing it live. So I just wanted to give a shout out to a few people that are watching with us. Claire's watching. Woohoo! Hi, Claire. If anyone else is watching live, just give us a hi so we can say hi to you. And, any questions, anything you want us to talk about, if you have comments on what we're talking about, just drop a comment so we can, take
Oh yeah, and if this
Have a
sounds
conversation.
okay, let us know because I was actually curious about that. But I guess 4 people wouldn't continue to watch if it was nothing but static.
And Heather's watching now. Hi, Heather.
Hey, Heather.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So what's with homeschooling now?
Mhm.
What's the like plan? How do you see it like working out? Like any adjustments? What are you thinking?
I think it's going well. I think that they're like when I see the amount of one-on-one like work and attention they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really happy with it and really proud of it. And I know it's more
Okay.
than they'd be getting in school. Like I sit down with Luke every single day and he reads an entire level 2 reader to me. And I just know like no classroom teacher has the time to do that with each student every day.
That's true. Yeah.
So just the amount of attention they're getting is so much higher. And I'm happy with that. But what I really need to figure out is then in the afternoons, they have a lot of downtime while I work. And today I was
Okay.
just feeling like major guilt about that, that they were like on the couch on their Chromebooks. And I was like, typing away on my computer. And yeah, we
Mhm.
need that time separate. But I wish that I could figure out what to fill it with so they're not just like on their Chromebooks being lazy bums.
Was today just like, was it nice outside today or?
No, see, that's the other thing. Today was
Yeah.
really because some of the other days they've gone outside and rode bikes and things like that. But it was tough because today was the first rainy day we've had since we've been doing it.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like that's going to be like, you're going to have those days, where they're just, that's what they got to do because they can't go outside. Cause you had said before, like your plan was for them to just kind of be outside and getting their energy out like in the afternoon, but
Yeah.
it's not always going to line up like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I
I
think I was just being too hard on myself today. But
yeah. Yeah. I think you got to give yourself a little more credit.
all right. So we've got a ton of like celebrity gossip this week because it's really
Yeah.
2 weeks worth. Okay. So I love this. I think that we will probably figure out a better way to do this if we keep doing this live because
Mhm.
I realize that the thing is very small. But so this
Mhm.
one's like who's dating who now because we have Scott and Courtney, Sophia and Jaden Smith, and it's like so Scott and Courtney have been hanging out and spending time together.
Mhm.
Of course, they have 3 kids together, so of course they're spending time together. Scott and Sophia apparently broke up. Sophia's now on like dates and looking romantic with Jaden Smith, who used to date Kylie Jenner long time ago. And then I just heard this week that Scott and Sophia were seen out together
I
again.
was just gonna say they were seen together again. Um, so I don't know. Do you feel like, because I did hear that the Keeping Up with the Kardashians trailer like hinted at something between Scott and Courtney. Do
I
you
heard that.
think that this is a publicity stunt?
Oh my gosh. Well, anything and everything they do can always be a publicity stunt. There's nothing that's untouchable for them as far as publicity.
Claire said that she heard Scott and Courtney were talking about having another kid, which is what I heard. But I think that was part of the trailer.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I heard that that's what they said in the trailer, and most people were saying that they think it's just like to get views on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's true too. I don't know if they'd have another kid. How old is their youngest? Isn't she like, is it a
Well,
boy or
Ray's
girl?
the
I don't know.
youngest. He's a boy. I think he's
Like,
3
yeah.
or 4.
Okay. I
I feel like if they had a baby, they would do it together. Like they would, even if
Oh,
they
yeah.
were together, they'd have another baby together if they wanted another. I'm gonna like TBH though, like who wants a 4th baby? Two's good. Two's good.
Well, they have three, so they're one higher. Claire said she didn't watch a trailer; she read something about it.
Oh god.
So yeah, I've seen all this Scott and Courtney stuff going around, and I love it because I love them. Did you see there's a meme about? I think it was actually sent in our little group chat, Julie, about how she was so upset, and he was about like pictures or whatever. And he was like, "Why? Was it before you got your boob job?" Like naked pictures of her. And I was like, I just love how he is like
Yes. No, that was
totally
from I sent you,
blunt and
like, a swipe through that Not Skinny
mhm,
But Not Fat did of Scott's best quotes, and there were
mhm.
some really, really good ones in there.
He is hands down the best part of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah. So wait, we're gonna get to that ending in a minute. So
Okay.
hold that thought.
Okay.
Okay, this is Jacob Elordi. I don't know if anyone knows who he is.
No clue.
He is from, so he was in Euphoria and The Kissing Booth.
Okay.
So after The Kissing Booth, he started dating Joey King, who played the lead in The Kissing Booth. And then he filmed Euphoria, and he started dating Zendaya. Obviously, she's gorgeous.
Mhm.
But there was rumors that there was like overlap. And now he's been out all over the place with Kaya Gerber. Like everything that I follow is making jokes about like, is he calling the paparazzi to come follow him because nobody cares about him? But they've been dating for like 2 weeks, and there are so many pictures of them together in so many different outfits at so many different places. So, but yeah, him and Zendaya never officially or publicly broke up or announced their split. So there's been a lot of like, is this guy a cheater? What's going on? Who's like, how quickly does he bounce from relationship to relationship? Is he calling the paparazzi to take photos? That's all.
Related to our previous slide, Heather, who's one of our contributors too, said she has 4 kids and they're spread out over 13 years. So I guess, and I hate to go back to the Kardashians again because I know you want to move on, but I love them. And I feel like they could have a 4th child if you think of it that way. Like, because their oldest is what, 10?
I think, is he older than 10?
No, I
No,
don't
you don't
think
think
so.
so? Yeah, no, I mean, it's possible. I'm sure people that have 4 kids love having 4 kids. I'm sure they love all 4 of them.
Well, I would hope so.
I know. But is Courtney over 40 now? Not that you can't have kids over 40, but like,
I think so.
I'm sure
I
tired
think she's like
at
gonna be
36.
40 if she's not already.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
tired at 36 with 2 kids. So I couldn't imagine being like over 40 and having 4 kids.
Mm-mm. Well, I don't know how my mom did it having Alex when she was 41, because now he's 21.
Yeah, and she already had 3.
Yeah.
I really enjoy my sleep.
I'm not there yet. I'm not at the point where like I'm getting good sleep yet. Again.
You know what? Maybe that's what it is then. Maybe it's not so much about your age, it's about how far removed you are from like the not sleeping stage.
Yeah. Yeah, like with Ryan being 16 months, I guess. We're not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else do we got?
Wait, let me just add. With Liam being 6.5, we're still not there with like not having a kid in our bed yet either. Okay, so we're back to the Kardashians. Hold on. So the show's going off the air, and I found this picture, which is probably so hard to see because it's so zoomed out far.
But it's like the original.
They legit look like different people.
Yes.
Like
Especially
one of them.
Kendall and Kylie.
Yeah. I would say Kendall probably looks the most similar, maybe Courtney.
Yeah.
He looks like a completely different person. Kylie looks like a completely different person. Chloe, I think, is a different person.
No, most change would have to go to Bruce or Caitlyn.
Yeah. And I mean, Rob doesn't look the same either. Chris looks like she aged, but I think you could still look at her and tell it's the same person.
Yeah.
Side by side of Kim now and Kim there, you would think like one was somebody from New Jersey dressing up as Kim Kardashian for Halloween, I think.
I could see that. Yeah. Someone from New Jersey.
Yeah,
we're from New Jersey, so we
going
can
off
say
the air.
I know. I'm curious why. I mean, probably just like it's run its course, I guess. And
So
they're
I was just
over.
going to say, when you were talking about Scott was the best part of the show, I just saw something today that said that there was some magazine or publication or whatever was reporting that Chloe and Scott were the only ones that wanted to keep going and that
Ah,
was to go off the air. Everyone else was making money like other ways.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys sad that it's going off the air? Happy? What do you think?
Yeah,
Drop
I'm
us a
curious.
comment.
Was anyone still watching it? Like, I liked it for the news stories that would get emailed to my inbox the next morning, but I probably haven't watched it on TV in like 5 years.
I know my sister still watches it. Um, I can't watch it because it gives me like anxiety. Like just how much they like yell and scream or like are freaking out. I can't watch it.
Yeah, there were like clips of things that I went back and looked at. Like, wasn't there an actual physical like fist fight between Courtney and maybe
Kim.
Kim last season?
Mhm.
I think I went back and watched that on like YouTube.
Yeah. Um, Claire said maybe it has something to do with Kanye's situation.
Yeah, I'd imagine because he was getting featured more often on the show too, wasn't he?
I haven't watched it like newer stuff.
All right, moving on then. Zac Efron has a new girlfriend and he's moving to Australia for her. And they met while she was waiting tables at a restaurant.
I mean,
Dreams do come true, ladies.
I'm so jealous.
Right? I used to wait tables. Why was
I know.
me?
Like meeting someone famous while you're waiting tables is one thing. Meeting someone famous and becoming their girlfriend while waiting on them.
And then him moving countries across the
I'm
world.
not surprised by that. Okay, so think back to where
No,
we
yeah, I'm
watched
not. Mhm. Go ahead.
and how like we talked about like living in LA and how he didn't want to live there anymore. Like it was just messing with his head, his mental health and everything. So I'm not surprised by that part of it.
I agree 100%. Yeah, based on everything he said and down to earth, it felt like he was going to move.
Yeah. Yeah. Heather, back to the Kardashians, we've got a little delay here. Heather said that she also stopped watching it a couple years ago because it was just too much drama and, you know, whether it's real or not, like that goes to like The Hills. Remember when we found out at the end of The Hills that it was like fake?
Yeah. But yeah, The Hills, that was so long ago. And you think about how long ago that was. Another thing, though, about the Kardashians, not to keep going back, but I feel like, yeah, there was like heavy drama moments, but I feel like I stopped watching it when the episode seemed like legit nothing was happening. Like they
Mm-hmm.
were eating salad and like playing pranks on each other. And like that was the whole episode. And I was like, okay, Kardashians.
Yeah.
You know, and then there'd be like an episode or two that was like high drama, but like the rest of it was such filler.
Yeah.
Also, can we just talk about how cute Zac Efron is in this picture? I don't know if you can see it very
I
well.
mean, I'm not digging the mustache, but
I'm okay
digging
with the hair. Also, this
Do you
girlfriend
guys-
is really cute. I like
yeah,
her too.
he's gorgeous. Do you guys like Zac Efron? Are you sad that you're not his girlfriend? Tell us.
I'm very sad. Very happy for her though. Like go her,
Yeah.
live every girl's dream.
You're our representative.
Okay. So
Virginia said that she loves to look at Zac.
Oh wait, who said she loves to look at
One
Zac?
of our watchers, Virginia, said that she loves to look at Zac.
Yes.
Me too, Virginia. Me too. Okay, this is mine. I'm so excited about this. Okay. Did you guys watch Dancing with the Stars? Julie, did you?
No, we don't have cable, though I think I saw on Hulu that I can watch it like a day later. So I might now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I watched it a day later too. I watched it like on YouTube and through like the Dancing with the Stars channel because I completely missed that it was coming on. Okay, so you don't have this pictured here, but there was a new host, Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
Um,
Who was the
so
old host, by the way? I couldn't even
so it
remember.
used to be Claire said she watched it. Okay, so it used to be, I'm probably gonna mess up his name, Tom Burkow. He's an
Okay.
older guy, but he was good. He had been on it since the start. And Erin Rogers. Oh my god, I'm totally blank on the name. I think it's Erin Rogers. She's the blonde. She was a sportscaster.
Anders?
She
Is it
what?
Erin Anders?
We're totally messing this up. You might be right. I have no idea. I
Okay.
think I might be thinking of Aaron Rodgers, the football player. I know her name's Erin.
He did not host it. So.
Okay, so Tyra Banks is the new host, and this was like the big thing. Like, how is she going to be? A lot of hype, and I wasn't really a fan. I thought it was kind of like she came out with this like giant gown, and she's doing like her thing that she's do on America's Next Top Model, where it's just like really like loud and like in your face, and I just felt like it was too much. What she's she's always been a bit like too over the top for me.
Yeah.
But as a host, I'm not sure. But it was also very weird. They didn't have an audience. They were piping in applause and boos for like the scoring. So that was like a whole like other dynamic. So I don't know.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, they can't have live audience.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was probably harder to be a host in that with all that going on than if it was normal circumstances. So we'll give her a chance. We'll see how it goes. But the two like biggest that you highlighted, the one was Carol Baskin. So she got like one of the lowest scores.
Of course.
And actually, I think she got the absolute lowest score. She got like an 11 out of 30. It was hard to watch. So I don't know what you guys think. Like her performance was really like it was like her limbs moved so slow. But they also did Eye of the Tiger, so it's like, oh god, like you knew like something dramatic was there. So if she stays around, it's going to be because people want to see the train wreck.
Well, and I think that was the whole reason they had in like putting her on. Like no one expected her to be a good dancer.
Yeah.
Question though, was anyone really good?
Yes. So there's one girl that's really good. She scored at the top, Sky Jackson. She is a Disney star. So she's younger. But she was really like the first dance, and she was like, her moves were like so like defined and just like really good. So she was good. Our girl Chriselle, we love Chriselle. Hers was a little like she like it was like so stiff. Like it was like I hope she improves and gets better, but it was like she just looked really uncomfortable, and like she was like just kind of like letting her partner like move her. I don't know. Claire, I don't know what you think. You were watching it. I don't know, like who was your favorite? If you watched it, like who did you love? Who did you hate? Oh my God, yes. Okay, so Claire just mentioned Jesse Metcalf.
Wait,
he was good.
What's he from?
Freaking hot. He has been in tons of stuff. And now I can't think of what he's been in.
He's cute, right?
Yeah, he's been in like soap operas and everything like that, but I can't think of what he's been. He's been in tons of stuff, but he is very good looking, and he's 41, I think, and he was pretty good. So I was impressed by that one. Oh, Michelle, Val's sister's watching. Hi, Michelle. So I liked him. I liked also Nelly. So Nelly the rapper is on. What? He danced the salsa to one of his songs.
Oh, I like that.
That was my favorite part. I thought that was awesome because like when they started, I was like, is he really dancing to one of his own songs? Oh, Desperate Housewives. Yes, he was on
Oh,
Jesse
and that,
Metcalf was on
yes, that's what I
Desperate.
was trying to remember the name too. So was
Yeah.
he also the guy in John Tucker Must Die then?
Yes. Yes. Okay. All of it's all coming back now. Yes. Um, and yes, Desperate Housewives. The other one that I really liked was, oh my gosh, I'm losing it now. Oh God, I totally just lost. Who did I love? Hold on, give me a second. If you guys have one you love, drop it in the comments. I thought it was overall really good. And I'm excited to keep watching. Oh, Caitlin Bristow, who is a bachelor bachelorette, she was pretty good. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. The chick from Jane the Virgin.
Which one? Oh, Darcy,
Um,
right?
yeah, Darcy on Jane the Virgin. Her real name is escaping me.
Not Darcy.
She was like, she had just like such good energy and was so like into it and just like having so much fun. Like she scored pretty high too. She was in
Oh,
like the top
okay.
5 or 10 people. So she like I loved her. I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So she was really
She
good. And
seemed like she'd dance well.
yeah, she just like had like she like was just having fun with it. So yeah,
So wait,
so
that just made me think of something that like I feel like everyone that watches mom chats should know that we talked about Jane the Virgin in our group chat for like years, but they don't
mhm,
know that because we weren't doing this then.
yeah.
Like
And
that's
I
Jane the
refused to
Virgin.
watch Jane the Virgin because I thought it was like a really stupid show. And I was like, you guys are so stupid for watching this. I don't want to watch it. And then started watching it and didn't tell you guys and got hooked. And then was like way ahead of everyone else in watching the seasons and was obsessed.
And then we were all caught up by the end and got to watch like the finale together. So that was great. Okay,
Yeah.
anything else
Yeah.
about Dancing with the Stars?
Not that comes to mind. No.
Okay. So Chris Evans had a little
What?
club this weekend. Have you heard about this yet?
Yes.
Yes. So my wait, I picked this picture of him because I think the face looks like, oh, whoops, did I leak a D pic? Like, but I was a little confused about how it even happened. Like, I've screen recorded and never had to show my camera roll. So why was his camera roll even involved in his screen recording? I didn't understand this.
No, I mean, okay, so I don't know the exact details. I know he shared a D pic to Twitter, right?
Yeah. Or no, I think it was in his Instagram stories.
Okay. So, and it could, well, I mean, you have to actually go in and, so it didn't share to Twitter?
No, I think that Twitter went wild over it, but I think the initial share
Okay.
was in Instagram stories.
Well, when you share a story, you do, if you're going to share a picture, you do have to swipe up to get your camera roll. But he was recording his screen and swiped up.
So what I heard was that he was trying to share a video of him and his friends playing 7 Up. But at the end of the video, it was a screen recording of the video that he loaded up. And at the end of the video, you saw his whole camera roll. And of course, these people on the internet, I said that as if we're not people on the internet, they, like zoom, like screenshotted and then zoomed way into like every single picture on his camera roll.
And
So
that's where they found the
that's where
deep.
they found the D-pic, and also like apparently a crap ton of like Avengers memes with his
That's
own
pretty
face.
funny. That's pretty funny. But I like that he took it one step further and said, now that I've got your attention, vote on November 3rd.
Yeah.
So do you think it was intentional or?
No, because it wasn't like, oh, whoops, here's my D-pic. It was like people had to wait till the end of the video, screenshot the frame, zoom in on every little picture in the camera roll. I mean, think about what like a camera roll looks like, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was
All right.
100% accidental.
Okay. So I didn't know that that was how the picture was accessed. I thought he accidentally tweeted out a deep
Can
pic.
you imagine? Like, fat fingered like the wrong picture and he meant to put the one next to it. That would be so funny.
So, follow-up question. Who is he taking these D pics for and sending
Oh,
them to?
he's dating Lily James, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Who I
Okay.
love Lily James.
Okay. And do you think the tweet or whatever about now that I've got your attention, do you think that was him on his own or a publicity team trying to fix his life?
Oh yeah, I think that was like a what do we do now? We have to address it kind of thing.
I think that was a great like way to address it though, right?
Yeah, I think so too. Solid. Solid move. Solid team behind him there. He should be uploading his videos to Instagram stories though.
Yeah, right. Maybe control his social media.
Okay, so on the blog this week, we have a post from you that we've been building up to, I feel like, all quarantine.
I know.
This took months of research.
Yes, a lot went into this. And if you read it, like you'll see exactly what we're talking about because there's tons of like product recs and not just like random stuff, like stuff that I've found and used over the past, I mean, what, 6 months now and really like. And yeah, so if you don't want to go to the nail salon because of the pandemic or just want to do your own nails, then definitely check this out because it is doable. This week I did mine the other night and I have a mood changing nail polish. So this is when my hands are warm, it's like a light gray. And when my hands are cold, it gets to a darker gray. So
That's cool.
that's a fun, but it's a powder. It's a powder dip that I do. So check it
I'll
out.
be honest, I don't do my own nails, if you can tell from how chipped and broken and not painted they are. But I mean, people seem to be like really going crazy for this like at home nail stuff. So yeah, loving it. Loving that it's working for people and that you guys can all do it for yourselves. I'll be over here with like chipped broken nails.
So if anyone's watching, are you guys doing your nails like going to a salon? If you do your nails, are you going to a salon? Are you doing them yourself? Like, what are you doing? And, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
So Claire said she's using the nail kit this weekend. Awesome.
Nice. Yeah. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
I love seeing the pictures of other people's nice nails. It's just not for me.
I like to do my nails because my nails are really ridgy. So I don't I like when I do gel or the dip because it smooths them out so that they're not ridgy.
Yeah, that makes
Virginia said if she does them, she uses Color Street. Oh, I've heard of those before. It's like the that you can get colors or like designs and it's almost like a sheet that you put over and then have you seen those?
Yeah, I've heard of those too.
So check out that post. It was a fun one for me to write because I'm very passionate about cuticle care. No, I'm just kidding. That's good.
No, but seriously, listening to you and Val talk about it in the group chat is kind of crazy because you'll be like, get the drill. And I'm like, holy crap, did they have like full on nail salons in their house?
I do. I have a bin, like a little Tupperware bin. It's in one of the pictures you can see where I do my pedicures. I have everything in the bin. And then when I do my nails, I have like a setup. It's serious.
Yeah, it sounds pretty serious. Sounds like something I'd rather be watching Love Island during.
Claire said she doesn't do polish because it never works for her and she's looking forward to powder. Agree, Claire. If you I can't wear polish because it just chips after like one day. And I don't know, I guess I'm like, my hands are always like getting wet or just I don't know. It never works for me either.
Let me ask a question, because I have never painted my own nails, because my left hand is so unsteady that it's almost worthless. Like, I could paint my left hand with my right hand and everything
Mhm.
would be fine. If I tried to paint my right hand with my left hand, it looks like a child like scribbled in marker all over their hand.
Yeah.
So do you still have to have a steady left hand to do the gel or what the powder dip?
Not as steady. Like, yes, because you are putting like a coat on your nail and then dipping it in. But I think you have a little more flexibility to like clean up and what you like. If you get like polish on the outside of your nail, then you could easily just like wipe that off and your nail would still be, you know what I mean? So it's like a little more forgiving than polish when it comes to applying it.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Mhm. Claire said, I can't ever get the stuff to dry and always smudges.
Mm.
Agreed. There's a good top coat recommendation in this post for Essie that you can use on regular polish or gel, whatever you need.
Okay, so also on the blog this week, Heather put together this incredibly detailed um,
Yes.
book suggestion post. So as mom bloggers and having like a fairly large Facebook following, and I feel like that's something that comes up a lot, is like, what are you reading? What are you reading? So Heather put the question in our contributors group. She got lots of answers, and then she organized it by what we're currently reading,
Mhm.
what anyone's rereading, and then anything like what people have next on the shelf to pull. And so
Mhm.
if you go to that post, I don't think I'm exaggerating if I say that there's like over 30 book recommendations in the
Yeah.
post. So
Mhm.
it's really, really like full and comprehensive. So if you're looking for things across like tons of genres, check it out.
Yeah, so I know we're gonna get to this next, but I just finished two of the books that I was reading and I'm like, what should I read next? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to that blog post because there were definitely, as I was editing it to post it, there were a few that I was reading. I was like, ooh, I think I want to check that one out. So I think I'm gonna go with one of the Twilight-esque books that is written
Really?
in Edward's perspective that
Wait,
Heather had mentioned.
did you read the original Twilight stuff?
Yes,
Oh, I did not know
all of
that.
them, and saw all the movies.
I have not. I haven't read any, and I think I've seen parts of the first movie. That's it.
Yeah, I was obsessed. Mhm. So
No.
I was, when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I kind of got like schoolgirl excited over that.
Okay. So, okay, tell me which book you read. The 29.
Okay. 29 Gifts. That was one I've been reading like at nighttime before bed, to try to not sit on my phone before bed. So I started reading that. It's really interesting because it's kind of like two parts going on to it. So the woman in her 30s who wrote it, it's like a true story. She's in her 30s. She's diagnosed with MS and like has like takes a really negative kind of mindset on it initially, naturally.
Mhm.
Um, and then discovers through talking with a few of her friends just this whole movement about doing 29 days of giving, and like not giving like materialistic gifts, but kind of like giving of your skills and services. And just like as you're going through your day and you see that someone is in need of something or would like it would make them happy, like you give them, that, whatever you feel like they're in need of or whatever you can. So we'll link up like all the info on that. But I finished that. It was really good. And it kind of just changed her outlook on MS. And she started to like really feel like she was like had a life and was living and like, not just like hyper focused on I have this, I have MS and, like I'm so like, my life has changed so much and I can't do these things. Like it really kind of shifted that off for her. So that was a really great read. And I also finished the book I had mentioned a couple weeks back, His and Hers by Alice Feeney.
Oh, right.
Um, Psychological thriller. It was crazy. It was good. Um, and I actually liked this one more than I liked her previous book that I read. But it
Oh,
gets a
was
little
that the one
like,
you said it was slow to start? Like you couldn't get
yeah, yeah. Sometimes I lie, yeah. Um, so that one had kind of like an ending where you didn't exactly know like what happened. This one was like, like there's no question about like who did what.
right.
Um, However, it gets kind of like dark, and there's some like, I will say there's probably some like triggers for people.
Hmm.
So if you're thinking about reading that one, definitely read the details, and maybe do like a quick Google search just so you can see what it's about, because there is some like sensitive material in there, which I was not expecting. Um, yeah.
So the 29 gifts, there was something else that you included in the links in our notes.
Hmm.
Was there something else about it?
So the movement that she started was more of like you can go online and say that you are going to do the 29 days of giving. So it's like you can join up to do this movement, and then you journal like online through their platform, like what your each day, like what your gift is. So it's kind of like she's trying to build, or she has built this whole community around it. And yeah, like it's become a like a huge thing. And she's like, initially built it by, before she had written the book, she built that by like inviting people to do the 29 days too.
Mhm.
So I think my sister had given me this book to read like a long time ago, and I like, it was sitting on my bookshelf and I just never got a chance to read it. So but it was a good one.
What's Away? I never heard of that.
All right, so it's a new show on Netflix with Hilary Swank and the guy from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter Said.
I was gonna say Adam Sandler. Like it kind of looks like Adam Sandler in that picture.
No, have you ever seen that movie with
Yeah, with
Christina
the
Applegate?
baby.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So he's like the brother that delivers fast food. I mean, I don't know if he's done anything since then. He looks exactly the same. It's kind of crazy.
Definitely looking him up on IMDb after.
So he's in it. He's like her husband. So they both work for NASA, and but he has like some disease where he can't be an astronaut, and she's like commander on this mission to go to Mars. And I'm a few episodes in. It's a bit like, it's weird because I don't want to say it's slow, because a lot of stuff happens quickly, but it's like I feel like the storyline is moving slow. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah.
it's new on Netflix.
Okay, maybe I'll watch that. Ready
And what
for
are you
my
watching?
Okay, so I love a guilty pleasure, and I have watched all seasons of Love Island UK. And I also watched the first season of Love Island Australia. And the first season stunk. It was really bad. I don't know if it was like the people they cast or if it was the editing, but it was very different from like Love Island UK. And there were a lot of times when like there would be like cast members you didn't even see in like a whole episode, and it was just weird. So I put off watching the second season of Love Island Australia for a really long time. Like I watched the first season back in like March or April, so that's how long it's been.
Mhm.
But the second season's really good, and I'm almost done. I probably have like 2 or 3 episodes left. So would recommend season 2 of Love Island Australia, would not
Okay.
recommend season 1. And as per usual, would recommend every single season of Love Island UK.
All right. I took that recommendation and I hated it.
Did you? No, like, but
Yeah.
so here's the thing. You have to take the first season of Love Island UK with a huge grain of salt because it's bad. Everything about it's bad. The way they talk, the way they treat women, the way they dress. You just have to understand that it's old.
Hmm.
But like by the end, you love the characters. Um, So I'm just gonna let you know, since we're live on Facebook, that Mike has walked in And he's been dancing in front of me for the past couple of weeks. And that's why I can't stop laughing.
I like how you said we're live on Facebook.
God, Mike, stop it.
Stop. Have you watched Love Island US?
No, because I think that would not be as good. I think the thing that makes it so good is like the funny slang and their accents. And
Okay.
US would just be like watching The Bachelor or The Bachelor in Paradise or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. I started season 2 of The Boys, and we haven't finished yet because we watched that together. So when we have the time together, we watch it, and we haven't lately. It really, I mean, I'm saying that, but I think it came out last Friday, and we're like almost.
I was going to say, I think Kevin just started watching the new season of that too.
Yeah, season 2, I think, released Friday, and we're like more than halfway through it. So I don't know why I'm saying like we haven't watched much of it, but I still like it. It's still good. Like it just as much as the first season.
Okay.
Okay.
Heather said, I was just going to jump in real quick. Heather said she's watching Hallmark-esque movies on Amazon Prime. And one of her favorites is The Spirit of Christmas.
Christmas movies already?
I feel like I was watching them. Didn't they have some on Netflix? Some like Christmassy Hallmark movies? Maybe it was Amazon Prime.
I never watched them. So, but then like I'll rando like IMDb someone because I see them in One Thing Ever, and then I find out that they're entirely famous from like Hallmark movies, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. There's like a whole market.
Made their whole careers off of them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and look at all the chicks from what's that show? Full House. They're like in all the movies now.
Oh, really? I thought it was just Candace Cameron. The other ones are too.
No, like Stephanie was in one of them I watched about chocolate. Wow. She ran a chocolate store. Maybe that's the one I saw. Okay, what else are you watching?
Okay, so the other 2 shows are kid shows that we've been watching with the kids for like the half hour to 45 minutes before they go to bed. So the Who Was show is, another parent was telling me about this show, and I didn't know what they were talking about until I realized that they meant the Big Head books, which is what my kids call these books. They're like, all of them say like who was, and then it's like George Washington or Amelia Earhart.
Okay.
But the illustration on the cover, they have like a huge head and a tiny body.
Yeah, I've seen those.
So yeah, my kids have never called them like the Who Was books. They always just call them the Big Head books. So this other mom was explaining the show to me, and I was like, I don't know what you mean. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, the Big Head books. So the kids they're like true Netflix bingers, just like me. We started both of these shows last week, and they finished both already.
Oh my goodness.
The other one's Emily's Wonder Lab, which is really awesome. They're such short episodes. Like, I would say the longest one's like 12 minutes. And they're all like science experiments, and the kids were loving it. They loved like the production, the jokes, the colors. Like, it was just very appealing to kids their age. So I would give both of these shows 2 big thumbs up for watching with kids in that age range. I'd probably say like 5 to like 8 or 9, maybe over 9, start to think they're corny.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right, meme time.
Hold on, I have to bring mine actually up because I can't see mine.
Oh.
My meme was from Betches this week, and it was, life before Venmo was wild. Everyone always just owed each other like $47, but never had cash, and there's nothing you could do about it. And like the caption was also the best on this, because it was like, I can write you a check for $13.62 if you prefer.
It's so true though. That's just how it was.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's such a convenient thing now because you never have to wait on those people. However, there are some people that don't have Venmo or PayPal or anything like that.
Yeah, I actually didn't have Venmo until very recently, but did have PayPal. And I was kind of like, I'm committed to this one paying platform. And then, too many people use Venmo. And
Yes.
I did want to say, though, that Betches just this week released Betches Moms
Yeah.
on Instagram. So
Hmm.
that's a new follow for me. And I'm excited
Yeah.
to see what they do with it.
Same. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, ooh, that's exciting.
Okay, so
Okay.
my favorite meme, this was actually from 2 weeks ago. I didn't even look for a new one, but I do think that there were things that were funnier since, because there has been so many like gold memes from the Chris Evans, D Picture, and from Carol Baskins being on Dancing with the Stars. But this one said, the only thing more embarrassing than my browser history is my calculator history.
Oh, yeah.
That is so true, because I will seriously pull out the calculator app and do like 3 plus 5. My brain just is not working. Please just tell me calculator.
That's a good one, too.
Wait a minute. Did you not buy anything this week?
Well, I did, but not anything noteworthy. So I
Is
was
this the
really
first time this
excited.
has ever been blank?
Yes, I was really excited to leave this slide blank this week because I didn't buy anything noteworthy. I mean, yes, I went to Target and I bought like a whole bunch of baby supplies, like diapers and but I'm not going to put that on this slide.
I know. I was thinking and I was like, oh my gosh, I think the only thing I bought this week is like food. And as I was thinking about it, I was dipping like Oreos into milk. So I have not bought anything legit in like 2 weeks.
I actually did buy something yesterday on Amazon. It was one of those little, but like it was really boring. It's one of those little like ring light things that you put like above your camera or on your phone, because with working like half-time remote, I have to do a lot of video calls with kids and my lighting's not always the
You
best.
want to look your best for those kids.
Well, no, I just don't want to be like look like a creepy stalker sitting in a dark room on video.
That makes more sense.
But so I did not buy anything noteworthy this week.
Yeah, me neither.
I feel like I deserve like some praise for that, right?
Would you like a gold star on your chart, your Amazon
I'll
chart?
pick one of the Oreo cookies that you said you're eating.
Mike got mega stuffed. I have to
Ooh,
say, mega stuffed is a little too much. I feel like double stuffed is the perfect amount of stuffed.
I agree. But I've never had a mega stuffed, so I
It's
can't.
too much filling. The ratio is off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's
Wait,
all. Right?
someone said they had made a purchase they'd like to share.
Yeah. What is it?
Hold on. I closed my thing. My thing got closed when I had to look at my meme. Oh no.
The suspense.
I know, I can't see it. Someone said that it was Heather. She said she bought jeans from Sam's Club online 2 days ago.
Ooh.
I think one of my like secret obsessions is buying clothes from Costco.
I've heard so many people do that. I
Mhm.
wanted to say, though, if we're giving out gold stars, I tried on my jeans for the first time since March.
Okay.
Why wear jeans anymore? And they still fit. I thought for sure I'd gain so much weight they wouldn't fit anymore. So patting myself on the back for that
High
one.
five.
It
High
still
five.
fit.
I'm giving you a high five. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us and staying on and listening to Mom Chats. We are really excited to do something different and kind of make it more live for you so that you could just chat along with us. So join back every Thursday night, 8:30, and we'll, grab your drink, come on, sit and talk with us and go through kind of what's been happening in the world over the past week. And always know that on Friday, we will have a full post with links to everything that we're talking about. If you want to know what book we were talking about and where to get it or what show or whatever the details were, that's all included in the blog post. So be sure to follow along and check back on Friday for all the deets. Okay. Thanks and have a good night. Bye, guys.